What's up YouTube? Drew here. Today we have our biggest update yet on Tiana's Bayou adventure, as not only was the opening date just announced for here at Walt Disney World, we also recently got an incredible reveal from Walt Disney Imagineering of some of the audio animatronics figures for the attraction, along with new details for the storyline and some original characters that we will be seeing on our journey into the Bayou. I highly suggest you all stick with me throughout this entire video, as there is a ton of other information besides the opening date that I think you will be interested in. With that being said, are you ready? I know I am. We have a ton of news to cover today, so let's get to it. Future Drew here, jumping in to share that Walt Disney World just announced Tiana's Bayou Adventure is officially opening on Friday, June 28th, and of course, the one announcement I have been waiting months for comes when I have been sick for almost a week now and I can barely breathe, so that's why I sound horrible. But the opening date of June 28th is not a shock to me at all. If you guys have been following me over on X at Drew Disney Dude, you'd know that I talked weeks ago about June 28th being the final Friday before the last day of quarter 3 of Disney's fiscal year, which is June 30th. So this date has been right in front of our eyes for a while now, and now it's official. But June 28th, opening day, I'll be there. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so now that we know when Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be opening here at Walt Disney World, let's take a quick look at some of the incredible audio animatronics figures we will be seeing on our journey into the Bayou, as, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, some of these are the most innovative and up-to-date audio animatronics figures we have ever seen from Walt Disney Imagineering, specifically with Princess Tiana and Louis the Alligator. Louis is over 8 feet tall, one of the biggest figures ever created by Imagineering, and he is going to steal the show once the attraction opens here very soon. But so far, we have only seen 7 of the audio animatronics figures we'll be seeing in the attraction, with Tiana, Louis, Mama Odie, Ralphie, which is Prince Naveen's little brother, Byhalia the Beaver, one of the original characters for this attraction, and Charlotte and Eudora, which they will be in the finale. But I am absolutely blown away by how incredible these animatronics are, and quite frankly, I'm surprised we got such a grand reveal for them before the opening date was announced. But needless to say, these are incredible animatronics, and now we know exactly what they look like and when we will be seeing them in the attraction. So now let's move into the storyline we will be experiencing. Alright, now let's talk about the storyline, as like I mentioned at the beginning, I want to give you guys some of these brand new details that Disney has just revealed about the storyline on the ride itself, and also this attraction as a whole. So for those of you who don't know, this attraction takes place after the film, and this is where Tiana is in her life currently. And we are visiting this transformed salt dome that Tiana has taken over in 1927. So we're at this salt dome, and the second we get into line, Tiana is going to be talking to us through a radio show. And fun fact, this radio is actually based off of a 1920s Arvin radio, so I love that Imagineering is going to the lengths to make it even sound authentic, because like I said, we're visiting the Salt Dome in 1927, and not only is Tiana going to be talking to us, asking us for help with this missing ingredient that she needs for her Mardi Gras party, but there is actually going to be some incredible music featured here by Terrence Blanchard. And for those of you who don't know, Terrence Blanchard actually did the trumpet work for Louis the Alligator in the Princess and the Frog film. So he is back on board with Walt Disney Imagineering, creating some original music with New Orleans musicians, but also new renditions of music from the movie. So we're gonna have Tiana talking to us about this missing ingredient she needs help with and why we're here. We're gonna have New Orleans classics performed by New Orleans musicians, and we're gonna have new renditions of songs from the film itself, and that's just the cue line. Now let's talk about some of these brand new details that we will be experiencing on ride, and most importantly, Disney themselves confirmed what the missing ingredient is in this key storyline element for the Mardi Gras party that we are going to be seeing in the finale of the attraction, as Disney has confirmed that the missing ingredient is this musical band of critters that we are going into the Bayou to find, as Prince Naveen and Louis had a little bit of a mix-up, and that's why we have no band for this party. So we are going to be going into the Bayou to find this band of critters, and then they are going to be coming with us to experience this party for a jaw-dropping finale. And these are all critters done by Laura West at Walt Disney Imagineering. So this is some incredible work here. Not only are we getting an original song by PJ Morton for this attraction, but we are getting 17 original critter characters, and we are going into the bayou to find them. Alright, now let's take a very close look at the 12 critters we have that have been revealed so far for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and all of these guys are original characters done by Walt Disney Imagineering with names and personalities. And I will say, if you guys watched my video on this attraction in January, I told you that at the time, in January, before a lot of this was revealed, that my understanding at the time for the attraction was that this is going to be a critter-filled journey as we go into the bayou with Tiana and friends, and now that is confirmed, as we know that these audio animatronics critters are going to be appearing multiple times throughout, along with the characters that we know and love from the Princess and the Frog movie itself. But first things first, we have a Zydeco band of critters that are going to be appearing in that first scene where we first drop into the bayou, that indoor section of the attraction with Tiana and Louis. This is going to be a jaw-dropping scene. I know that for a fact. We are getting 8 incredible audio animatronics figures here, and these critters are going to be playing an original Zydeco rendition of Gonna Take You There from The Princess and the Frog. So I already have like this pictured in my head, you know, dropping in, seeing these guys for the first time, Tiana talking to us, Louis explaining where the music is coming from, and then you have 6 incredible little critters playing an original rendition of one of the best songs from the movie. I love all the songs from the movie for what it's worth, but I love this song choice here. And a part of this band, we have Byhalia the Beaver, Gritty the Rabbit, Bo the Opossum, Apollo the Raccoon, Rufus the Turtle, and Timleon the Otter. And of course, you guys already know that Disney is going to turn these guys into merchandise, and soon, might even be before the attraction opens, we are going to have plushies of Bo, Apollo, and Rufus. But I really love all of these critters, and just the fact that they're going to be physical audio animatronics. Me, as a Disney fan, audio animatronics make or break an attraction for me, and knowing that this attraction is going to be packed with animatronics, not only these original critters, but the characters that we know and love from the movie, I think that I'm going to love it just for those reasons alone. But we also just got some brand new critters along with the attraction poster, so let's take a look at that now. Alright, now let's take a look at another band of critters that were just revealed, and this is a bobcat family and a bear family, and they are going to be playing a different style of music. They're not playing Zydeco music, they are going to be playing rah-rah music, which is originally from Haiti and still very popular in New Orleans today. But this band of critters features Octavia the Bobcat, Papa the Bobcat, Claude the Louisiana Black Bear, Bernadette the Louisiana Black Bear, Sebastian the Louisiana Black Bear, and Fina the Gray Fox. And safe to say, Octavia and Sebastian are going to take the internet by storm when these animatronics are revealed, as who doesn't love a baby animal audio animatronic, especially a new one that's an original character nonetheless. But wrapping all of this up, all of these critters, we also just got the attraction poster for the Walt Disney World version of the attraction, and if you take a look at the top of the attraction poster, we can see 2 fireflies here that have not yet been revealed. So this is undoubtedly a nod to Ray, because remember, this attraction takes place after the movie, so while Ray will not be in the attraction itself, having 2 fireflies is a great nod to that. And if you look in the bottom left, we can see Tiana's Palace, and more interestingly, in the bottom right, we have our first official look at the building and facade that we are going to be seeing in the Mardi Gras party finale scene. So this building will be at the very end of the attraction where the riverboat was in Splash Mountain, and this is where all of our critters and all of the characters that we know and love from the movie are going to be, with that original song by PJ Morton. I honestly think that this scene will be one of the best in the world out of any dark ride ever. I have very high hopes for this attraction as a whole, but specifically this scene, and that building you're seeing in the bottom right corner of the attraction poster is for that finale. Now, there is some very interesting stuff here as well, with Tiana's Palace featured in the bottom left corner as well, and this could mean one of 2 things. Tiana's Palace is coming to Walt Disney World, and that's why it's on the Frontierland poster with the attraction, or this could just be reflecting that Tiana's Palace was the first chapter of Tiana's life, and then on the right side you see the next chapter of Tiana's life, which is us visiting the salt dome that she's purchased with Tiana's foods, and that also could be why we're seeing Tiana's palace on the left as chapter 1 and this new building on the right for chapter 2. So one of those two things there, that's my personal theory for that. But I do love this attraction poster. I love all of these critters, and I am super excited to see them all in person soon. Alright, so that's a very fun look at these critters that we are going to be seeing in the attraction as incredibly fluid audio animatronics figures. This attraction is going to be packed with animatronics. My gut feeling is that we are going to be seeing over 48 animatronics. That's just my gut feeling. That's a little bit of speculation, but Josh D'Amaro himself has said this attraction is going to be packed with animatronics. So anyone saying otherwise is wrong. Don't listen to them. Now, with the opening date covered and the storyline details covered, I want to talk about what we have been seeing on the project site itself at Magic Kingdom Park. As like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I talked about some milestones that we've seen, and the biggest milestone, in my opinion, that you can see at an attraction besides opening day itself are test rides. And when I say test rides, I am talking about the Walt Disney Imagineering project team members working on these attractions, experiencing their work for the first time by going on the ride itself, making sure everything is ready to go for opening day. And we are at that point with Tiana's Bayou Adventure now, where test rides have been underway for a little bit. And I gotta give a shout out to myself here, as I have been breaking a lot of this news on Twitter for the first time myself. So if you are not following me on X, formerly known as Twitter, go follow me at Drew Disney Dude, as when they put up those ride testing signs, I went over to Magic Kingdom immediately and was fortunate enough to get videos of the first ever test rides. Even Ted Robledo, who is the executive creative director on this attraction. But not only do I love doing that to share these updates with you guys at home who are not fortunate enough to be here at the parks, but just for the historical and archival side of things, you know, documenting everything as it happens. So years down the road, we can look back at these videos saying, oh yeah, you know, a year ago today, they started test rides on Tiana. But we are getting so much closer to opening day, in previews before opening day, but this attraction is quite literally almost there. Now, I want to wrap up this video with not only some facts about why I believe Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be so incredible, but also leading those facts into why I'm so excited for it. So I'm not just saying that, oh yeah, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be better than Splash Mountain and erase Splash Mountain from Disney history. No, not at all. I went on Splash Mountain 11 times in its final 3 days of operation. I loved that attraction as a kid, and I loved it when it closed. But I am looking at this attraction from the angle of Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be incredible because it replaced Splash Mountain. And like I said, I want to talk about some facts here. So Ted Robledo, like I mentioned, I saw him on the test rides. He was videoing it. He had a giant smile on his face. I loved that. But Ted Robledo, the executive creative director on this attraction, he has proved himself as an Imagineer with a lot of the things that he's done as an Imagineer. Most recently, he was the executive creative director on Tokyo Disneyland's Fantasyland expansion. You know what attraction was a part of that? Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast, which is widely regarded as one of the best attractions ever done by Walt Disney Imagineering. And who's leading Tiana's Bayou Adventure? Ted Robledo. You see where I'm going here? If this man has delivered on not only Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast, but that Fantasyland expansion as a whole, and he also worked on New Fantasyland here at Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom, he's not just going to suddenly do a bad attraction with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This man has proved himself time and time again to be an incredible Imagineer and creative director, and he started off his career as a music teacher. So he knows music, he knows how to bring music to life with Princess and the Frog music. It's going to be incredible. And a cool little clip here of Ted Robledo, the executive creative director for the attraction, as well as some of the other Imagineers working on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and Roger Gould of Walt Disney Animation Studios working with the Imagineers here. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that this was a 1-second clip in that first We Call It Imagineering episode. It was like a 13-minute long video, and this 1-second clip was one of the most useful clips that they showed. I'll be showing it to you guys here in 0.5 speed, but this clip is actually what we are going to be seeing in the finale for the attraction, and this motion that Ted is doing is what the Prince Naveen audio animatronic is going to be doing in the finale for this giant Mardi Gras celebration, as well as if you look on the right side of the screen, we can see our first ever real life look at the original gown that Princess Tiana will be wearing in the finale for the attraction. So we have our first look at what Prince Naveen will be doing, our first look at this gown that Princess Tiana will be wearing. The next person I want to talk about is Sharita Carter. Sharita Carter is the executive creative producer on this attraction who brought the entire team together. And not only did she bring all of the talent together for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but Sharita Carter was also the producer on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway with Kevin Rafferty. And Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, what is the sign that I have right next to me? I have a custom built marquee of Runaway Railway. So no shock that I love Runaway Railway. It's my favorite Disney ride of all time. And it's still sad that to this day, that Runaway Railway is overshadowed by it replacing the Great Movie Ride. And as much as I hate to say it, the same thing is going to happen with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, regardless of how incredible it is. But I wanted to lead this with facts, and that is Ted Robledo is an incredible Imagineer. He has worked on one of the best attractions Disney has ever done with Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast, and Sharita Carter has also proved herself with the incredible illusion work and projection mapping with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I love dearly. I've been on it almost 300 times, and Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be incredible with them at the helm of this team leading it. So you can see from my perspective why I'm so excited for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's because I have full trust in the two main Imagineers leading this project. And on top of that, the official details that Disney has shared with Tiana's Bayou Adventure up until this point, I think are very promising. We are going into the Bayou on a musical-filled critter journey, and these scenes are going to be incredible with so many animatronics and this finale scene, this Mardi Gras party with all of these characters that we already know and love from The Princess and the Frog, with these incredible critter animatronics, with an original song. It's going to deliver. This attraction is going to be incredible. So that's my thoughts on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but like I said, I am looking at this from the angle of, if Disney were to build a Princess and the Frog attraction from the ground up today, it might be 3 to 5 minutes long at best. But because it's a replacement of Splash Mountain, it's going to be a 10-minute long attraction here at Walt Disney World, an 8-minute long attraction at Disneyland, with the same thrills and track layout that we love from Splash Mountain. You have those bunny hill drops, you have those fun curves in the flume, and you have the giant 50-foot plunge at the end. So you have those same parts of Splash Mountain, at least in regards to the track layout, and then you bring in this incredible new story, and I think it's going to be incredible. And thankfully, we don't have to wait much longer until Tiana's Bayou Adventure is revealed to the world in just a couple months at these previews and media events before opening day. But I wanted to end the video with that because I'm not following this attraction just to follow it. I'm following it because it's going to be incredible, building on the legacy of Splash Mountain with some very talented people working on it, and I believe it's going to deliver in almost every way, if not every way, that we have our expectations set to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are almost there, and I will see you all in the next one.